Hello, you great leaders. This is our Monday mentoring call. It's January 27th. Wow, has this month gone fast? I mean, incredibly fast. I want to welcome all of you on the call, and my name is Jeff Gilberts, and I'm a Platinum International Diamond with For Life Research. And this call is to basically give us direction in our thinking to help expedite our success, to get us on the fast track. I was just in the in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island this weekend, and had a wonderful time meeting with so many of the leaders there that do a regular meeting in Rhode Island, in Providence there. And it's an INT group, and they were so hungry for this system, I just couldn't believe it. We had a dinner the night before, and then we, they started asking me questions about it because we had some discussions via Facebook Messenger and all that, and they had some interest. And so I said, well, do you want me to show it to everyone tomorrow? And they all wanted that. So, and I want to thank George, Jorge, for helping. He was there, came down with a group of 10 from New Jersey, and it was great to see George there, and he was actually able to help me because I needed to be up front where the projector projected the image on the screen, and I needed to be there, and then the computer was in the back. So George was able to take that mouse and go here and go there, and then we just went through and explained everything. And so there was a lot of excitement, and I always like seeing that. A lot of young people there, too. And they relate so well to technology. It's just like a language that people speak, that young people especially speak today. So to be able to have a business and harness technology and get their friends involved, it's just a lot of fun. And I think that's an important word in what we do. F-U-N, fun, having fun. And people don't have a lot of fun in what they do today in the jobs that they have. But we sure have a lot of fun working with this system and being able to take it where we want to take it and build where we want to build, and then help our leaders to become successful. That is so, so important. I'm proud of the fact that, and Nathan Larson made the comment that there's over 100 millionaires in For Life Research. I'm proud of the fact that probably every one of them are in my downline. And it's simply because we've had good mentors. We've had good leaders. And these good leaders have done a very good job in helping others to become successful. And now we're going to take it to a whole new level with the system that we have. For you new people that have just joined our call, just to go over very briefly, our system comprises you getting your own website with your own lead capture page that acts like a hook, like a fishing hook, if you will, and so that you can take that and use it just about anywhere in social media, Facebook, wherever, and drive people to your presentation. And then they will notify you that they want to be enrolled. Matter of fact, the system notifies you. And then you have your own back office. And in that back office, you have my ebook that's free. You don't have to pay for it. There's the webinar videos that we use as far as our presentation. There's a lot of tools back there that you will find very, very useful to you. And just a lot of things that will basically give you or equip you with the job that you need to do to become successful in For Life Research. And you can do it just about in any country. The system is bilingual, so it's in English, Spanish, Portuguese for Brazil, and Korean. We'll soon add Tagalog, the Filipino language, next month, and after that we want to do Chinese and then Japanese. So The system will be very helpful in your success in terms of educating you and then empowering you with the tools that you need to be successful. What I wanted to just share tonight is that, I get this from time to time. I had some people recently ask me this question, and I thought I'd just go over it again this evening about really the business that we're in. When you think about the business that we're in, what comes to your mind right now? Just think about it. You might imagine seeing some products. We're the Transfer Factor company, our targeted line, the Anumi skincare, the Ria Vita, so many different products that we have in our line. But when we think about the business that we're in and what makes us successful is that we are in the people business. And that is, we don't have any competition out there in terms of product. In other words, with Transfer Factor and the transferceutical line of products that we have, we can say there is zero competition out there. But when it comes to being in the people business, we do have competition out there. Sure we do. Because people have a choice where they have to make up their mind where they want to go, right? That all the more so drives the importance of a system. Because without a system, how are they going to be able to equip those people? How are those people going to be able to build? Because as most teams in 4Life don't have this very system that you're using, some of them are still doing it the old ways, the old traditional way of MLM, and some of them are in different lines that are not my line. But when we look at other companies out there and what they're using, they're not doing it too much differently. A lot of them are basically without a system. So again, this system gives us the edge, so that when we make a presentation and they're looking at another company, not only will they see that we have no competition with our transferceutical line of products, we also don't have any competition because of this system, because of what we put together. And then you combine it with our compensation plan, which is a critical part of it. Because the 25% on that second level, that is the cornerstone of our compensation plan. That's what makes every level work, from diamond to platinum. And we can see why. Because for people, when they join us, for them to get the money that they're putting out for products, let's say if it's for 2 bottles of Transfer Factor Plus, right? The money that they're putting out for those 2 bottles, what have they got to do to get it back? We've talked about that. Recruit 2 who recruit 2. And basically, you got the money that you spend for the product. Now the shipping and tax varies in every state, but you're close enough. In most companies, it's going to take a whole lot more than 6 people, a whole lot more than 6, to get their money back. And then the other thing is, then it's when do you get into profit? It's one thing to get your money back. It's another thing to when do you get into profit? And you look at it, if you sponsor 6, and go no further, you're making about $1,000 right there. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Can't do that in the other companies. Now, some companies will front-end load people. They'll get them to come in and buy these $1,000 packages of all this skincare, or a case of jungle juice. But the thing about it is, we don't have that upfront expense that people have to bear. And that's another important point, isn't it? Because people want to know, what is it really going to cost for me to get in? Because when they join the other companies, then usually they'll have to spend money out to use the company website. They don't have to do that with us. Or if they have to spend money out, if they're still promoting it through DVDs, it's hard to imagine people doing that, but they do. Just whatever promotional literature that they're going to use when they're out and about in public and all that. So they're poorly equipped. But nonetheless, they have expenses coming in. Some of those expenses are online and offline. So, and then there's the cost of whatever the package is when they join that company. So when you look at For Life, I mean, they come in as a leader. I mean, a leader even. And we're talking about maybe under, $170 or less, depending. Taxes vary in every state, but right around there. And they get our system for free. So it's very affordable, very doable for anybody to join. Anybody to join. So, again, when we talk about, when somebody says to me, who's your competition? I just smile and I say, me. I'm my competition. Because what I've got to manage is my attitude. And attitude is altitude in this business. If I can keep a state of mind, a positive state of mind, where I imagine only the best, and I give the best, and I treat people in such a respectful way, then they're going to be attracted to this opportunity. But when they see the features that we offer, it's deeply compelling. When they see a product line that nobody has, when they see a system few organizations have, I would imagine more and more will come around to this kind of system sooner or later. But even when they do, they still won't have the components that we have in place. They still won't have a compensation plan. I don't know of another company out there paying 25% on their second level. See, that creates our retention, doesn't it? In other words, if the money that I'm spending out, even if I'm not working this seriously, and I joined For Life because I was attracted to the products and what they do, but I've got other priorities in my life. But I enrolled a few who enrolled a few. And now I'm getting my products for free. Am I going to quit? No. Why would I? That's why I look at my printout after 15 years. I see a lot of people there. A lot of people I started with, still there. Still there. Because their products are free and they work. So when people see that, and then when you understand, that's how you get wealthy in network marketing, is retention. When you look at companies like Monavie, for example, do they have retention? No. That's what we call a fad product. It's the same path that Mirinda went down with Noni Juice, or that Zango went down with their mangosteen product. There's so many of them, it's hard for me to keep. I just call them jungle juice companies, but they're really fad product companies. They'll go up like a rocket, down like a rocket. Most of them are driven by a binary today. But even Monavie has totally went flat in the United States. In India, they've already lost a lot of their leaders. And they opened India just in the last year. So that's usually their MO. As they go into each country, it goes up like a rocket, down like a rocket. It's pretty fast. And why is that? Well, because the perception is there's really no science behind their product. And it's available. It's a commodity product. You can go to Walmart and get acai berry juice. Can you go to Walmart and get Transfer Factor? Can you go to Walmart, get Trifactor, or in Costco, or GNC, or your local Herbalife distributor? So because of that, because of the fact that people appreciate that we have real science behind our products, and they really work, and we have exclusivity with our Transferceutical line of products, 17 patents. We're not a carnival. We're the real deal out there in network marketing. And so the reason why I'm talking about this, I guess, is because, we really have to appreciate really the fact that we are in the people business. And that when we connect with people, this is the message that we want them to see and hear. And I'm glad that For Life, by the way, is doing these calls, these Thursday night calls, these product calls, that is. We just had Richard Bennett. If you missed that, our great and loyal leader, George, has posted that call in your back office. So you can go there and listen to that, and you can listen to Dr. Richard Bennett, who is a PhD. I forget, his was he's got an interesting education background. Very infectious disease specialist. he's an interesting man, and he's from Kona, Hawaii. That's where he lives. But he frequently goes out to our farms in the United States and does a lot of work and a lot of inspections and a lot of studies. So he was on our call Thursday. Try to make those Thursday calls, because the great thing about that is it helps us to understand really what we have, and encourage your leaders to do it, to make those calls too. And if they don't make it, that's okay. I mean, we'll post it in the back office so that you can hear it at your leisure whenever you want to. That's fine. And it's going to be great, too, for our other leaders in foreign countries, that they can hear those same calls without having to use their cell phone to make the call. They can just simply log into their back office and listen to it. It's really a great, powerful tool, so make sure that you use it. But when we talk about, again, that we do have competition, that is, people do have a choice, because there's a lot of different network marketing companies out there. The reason why I'm covering these points is that you understand the edge that we have, and we have a very sharp edge where we're way ahead of the game, way ahead of the game. And the interesting thing is, just about, and I would challenge any of you that just got on this call, go around and talk to people. I'm talking about people that don't know you. If they know you, they already know you're in For Life. But if I'm talking about people who don't know you, ask them, have you ever heard of For Life Research, the transfer factor product? I challenge you, if you'll ever find one. If you'll ever find one out of a 10,000. We're so unknown. Yeah, we're still a small company, but we're growing. We're growing. We're always gaining altitude and always gaining speed. So this is definitely the right time to be working very hard in this business, taking advantage of this system that we have. And even though, as we have these great products that we do, keep in mind that when we make presentations to people, we don't want to bombard them with a lot of science. I think they'll get enough of that on the Thursday call and the information that you share. We even have that 8-minute immune system video in your back office when people want to know more about it. And then, of course, there's the Russian study. There's a lot of information out there. But the main thing that we want to sell, and we talked about this last week, is you the leader. The greatest thing in For Life Research is not transfer factor, it's the you factor. The you factor, you. Projecting you into others, you being the mentor, you being the leader that you are. And other than that, when we present the opportunity, we're not selling the hamburger, we're selling the franchise. Remember that? Think about it. Remember the McDonald's story. The McDonald brothers, the only thing that they saw, the only opportunity they saw was selling a hamburger. Here it was Ray Kroc going to their hamburger restaurant, selling them milkshake machines. And that's what he did. That's what Ray Kroc did. And then when he saw what they did, then he said, you know what? What if we just created a system? A system. And then we took this model, we took this system, and we went out and sold it. And I don't even think they had the word franchise then, but sold this business model out there. Well, the McDonald brothers weren't interested. Eventually, they sold off and gave him the rights. Ray Kroc is the one who created the wealth of McDonald's, made it so famous, because he saw how you get wealthy selling franchises, not burgers. So when we promote our business, remember that every person you enroll, every person they enroll, and every person after that are walking franchises. I had somebody say, well, if everybody is recruiting everybody, who's selling this stuff? Well, times have changed. I guess that would be a more appropriate question back in the 1980s, maybe even the early 1990s when people really did more retailing. But today we buy direct from For Life Research in the United States. Now, some of you might have an LP center you go to, or if you're in a different country other than the United States, you might go to a Stocky or a pickup center, something like that. But for the most part, for those of you that live in the United States, For Life Research will ship it right to your door. It's here in a couple of days. So the thing is, when you think about it, though, we consume our own products. We're basically a buyer's club. And that's what I tell people. I say, well, I've been in For Life Research 15 years. I've never sold one bottle. Matter of fact, I'm probably the worst salesman out there. In fact, I've never liked sales. I've never liked it at all. And I don't like salespeople too much. You know, when I go to look at to buy a car or something, when I go to that car lot, I see that man coming toward me. I'm thinking, oh no, it's a salesman. I just want to look at the car right now. I want to be alone. You know, really, that's the thing I understand so well, that what we do is we share things that we are excited about, and that's called networking. And we're getting paid for it. That's network marketing. And when we do it through social media, then there you go. Then we're a social media networker, network marketer. But we're selling the franchise, and we're using our own products. Whoever bought a McDonald's franchise and didn't eat his own product? Of course, they all do. They all do. And I'm not an advocate of eating McDonald's food, okay? Don't get me wrong. I just use it as an analogy. The interesting thing is anytime I've ever gone by McDonald's, I notice they do use their products. They really do, because most of them are overweight, right? So that tells you a lot about their product. But the good thing is, it really proves what I'm saying is true, that when people buy a franchise or work in one, they use their own product. And when we promote or sell the For Life opportunity as a franchise, they get this great system. And then we use the products ourselves. We really are in the people business. And so because we have this powerful edge, I should say, because of that, there's really nothing that can stop you out there. And so being in the people business that we are, as I mentioned before in other calls, you know, we want to recruit up, not recruit down. That is, we want to go after people that have a business attitude. They have a self-employment attitude. They know how to get themselves started every day. Those kind of people will be attracted to the system, because the last thing they want to do is try to figure it out. Again, that's the beauty of a franchise. Nothing to figure out. The blueprint is all there. But with our system, they've got nothing to figure out. And so when people say, if somebody says to me, oh, I'm too busy, my response is, that is wonderful, because our business is for busy people, and you're going to love our system. Really, it is so true. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the call, and if it's a bunch of echoes, then we'll just say bye, and then I'll see you next Monday for sure. Let me try to open it up here, and I'm going to turn off the recorder.